I had injured my right toe. I'd broken it. And then after that healed and I resumed normal exercise, I realised I'd been compensating, and the other part of my other side of my body started to hurt, starting with my L4, then my hip, which led to sciatic pain down my left leg. And really, you were the only person I knew that could fix me, which is why I got back in touch. I was in pain, I had reduced mobility and flexibility, and couldn't really exercise. And I was just desperate to get my body back. And I knew you were the person to help me, as you always have in the past.
Oh, thank you. So, in pain, obviously experiencing inflexibility, that sciatic issue. And did you have any reservations when you first started? What was going on psychologically?
I guess I was feeling low because I wasn't able to exercise. So I was also putting on a bit of weight, but it was also because I just wasn't getting that. My energy levels dipped because I just wasn't getting that at the exercise, the dopamine. So it was making me feel quite low. I guess my reservations were, will this be permanent? Will this be something that I will have to suffer with forever? Is this now the new me? So I was very worried about that.
Yeah, yeah. And I think sometimes as we get a bit older, sometimes we start to think, oh, is this it? Am I getting
Mm.
old? And the reality is we're not. It's just about doing the right thing. So, what's been your journey like and your main benefits?
So, with the stretching in the program that you set, I guess having my movements analysed and you being able to tell me exactly what was going on with my body made me realise that how acute the injury was at first, and actually your reassurance that we could work together and improve things, and I could see a light at the end of the tunnel. So that was which was my main concern.
Yeah, getting that reassurance. And
Yeah.
in terms of the physical benefits and the journey, what was that like?
So with each week of activity, doing it initially every few days, and some exercises every day, I started to kind of know what the pain, when it was kind of good pain, and knowing my own thresholds of being able to just push a little bit more, and to feel quite quickly the improved movement, and actually the pain reduced really quite quickly within a matter of weeks.
Yeah, and what do you think the reason for that quick pain reduction was?
So I think it was moving those really, really tight muscles. So where my glutes and other body parts were really holding on to that pain, it was about giving my body permission to release that pain, and I didn't need to hold on. So in doing those stretches and those exercises and that permission, through the program, to just let my body let go and then work in and push through. That's, I think, was quite a big breakthrough.
Yeah, so just giving yourself that permission to work through it. And I think you're a real action taker on, implementation. What message might you have for someone out there who might not take action in the same way as you? How do you manage that within yourself?
I guess it's consistency. My goal was I wanted to get back to where I was. I didn't want this to be it. I'm perimenopause, and the thought of not being able to run around and, do those squats and all those things, I couldn't put my socks on. And that just terrified me. So for me, that was, I have to keep stretching. I have to keep to the program. I have to keep moving. And it was the movement that was the biggest thing. If I didn't move, my flexibility reduced straight away, and that my better days were the days I moved more.
Yeah, yeah. So identifying that movement is the medicine,
Yeah,
using the fear in a way as a positive motivator to move forward.
absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. And going from not being able to put your socks on to
Mm.
where do you feel it's taking you in terms of not being able to put your socks on to where you are now?
Well, I feel like I'm, almost back to normal. I hesitantly went back and did some of the exercises I used to do. with caution initially, but actually realised it didn't. I lost. I was weaker.
Yeah.
I didn't have so much strength, but I'm so much more mindful of where my body is. So I will now have your techniques in my head. So when I'm doing those movements that I would have done, I'm bearing in mind how my posture and alignment should be, and then actually what my body needs now. So my lower limbs are still quite tight. So now I make those adjustments that you made for me in the program for when I'm doing other exercises. And then when I'm at home and I see the steps, I stretch my calves. So I'm just much more mindful of how my body works and my own
Yeah.
limitations.
So you've got that sort of programmed into your mind, into
Mm.
your body now, and you can put that into your normal
Yeah.
exercise. And what does normal now look like for you again?
So a couple of strength building classes, so kind of resistance training, lifting the weights, because obviously that helps with joints and bones, particularly at my age.
And what sort of
Um,
amount of weight are you lifting?
oh gosh, I don't know. What am I lifting? I don't know because I don't know
Are you
how
doing
heavy the bars are.
kettlebells or
Yeah, kettlebells and resistance straps and the big disc weights.
yeah, which are
So
usually 5, 10 kilos
yeah,
or
10 kilos, 15 if I'm doing squats, 17. So
yeah,
quite a lot more.
yeah.
Um,
So go from
yeah,
not putting your socks on to being able to weight lift
absolutely.
again.
And
Yeah,
running. I'm running again.
yeah.
So I started off gently walking, running, and now I can quite comfortably do a 5K in
Yes.
quite good time. I do take it slower now because so that I don't feel the stiffness in my leg. And I've also to carry on doing your stretches as well at home.
And what do you think the bigger picture of that is in terms, you mentioned the perimenopause.
Having that rounded exercise program of movement, so the stretching, the resistance, and the cardio, having that just that rounded program, keep moving, keep stretching, and just yeah, look after my body and just really look out for those signs of those estrogen drop and what
Yes,
that might do
totally.
for your body.
Oh, and if you had a message for another perimenopausal mum out there, what would your message be?
Keep moving, keep active, stay positive, be really, really consistent. You can use this as a new chapter to program how you want your future to be.
Yeah, new chapter for the future. Great. All right. Well, thank you for sharing. And it's great that you've gone from, being not being able to put your socks on barely to getting back to running. Very proud of you.
No,
You've
thank
done
you.
amazing. And thanks for sharing. We can
No,
help
thank
reach
you.
other people like you.
It's been brilliant. Thank you, Claire.